Hey, welcome to Poor Man's Way. Today we're going to be talking about bottle stoppers. I picked stainless steel bottle stoppers up at the woodworking show over in St. Louis. From these guys here, stainless bottle stoppers. They're made in USA. They're in Pennsylvania. They've got several different designs. They also have the handy dandy honey dippers. I bought their blind bottle mandrel, and the interesting thing about them is you can kind of play with your shape. They're rather simple. You start with a square block of wood. This happens to be a piece of spectra-ply. Drill you a 1/2-inch hole, grab you a little bit of epoxy, take the knurled thread insert, dab a little epoxy on it, insert it in the hole, let it cure. You put your bottle stopper mandrel on the lathe, screw your block in through the insert into the mandrel, and away you turn. Alright guys, if you could, please in the comments, if you have questions, things you'd like me to elaborate on further, give you more detail. I want to give you enough detail that you could do this yourself, but yet at the same time, I don't want to bore you. So please, in the comments, let me know what you thought. Alright, in the turning of this little puppy, I use my Carter & Sons U-bottom bowl gouge, a old Robert Sosby bowl gouge that I've got a pretty good, almost a fingernail grind on. This is my homemade parting tool, which is a Sawzall blade that I've inserted a tang and put a piece of copper tubing on to be able to make the handle to be able to have a 1/16 parting tool on the cheek. Now on the white bottle stoppers you can have several different designs. You can do more balls, you can do more knobs. I did a little bit of a finial type thing on here. On the honey dippers I make them a little longer and they're all great. The fact they're stainless, a nice thread, go together easy. I had mixed feelings on the spectra-ply. I really love the colors and whatnot. It is a little bit flaky compared to some of the hardwoods I turn. There's another. It's just beautiful on the color. And I spared you of the 20 minutes of sanding and other details of finishing. I just use a wipe-on poly, multiple coats, 220 grit between coats, and after my final coat, I smooth it down with 1,000 grit just to give it a final smooth, no bubbles, almost like glass feel, and it works really well for me. And other little things that I do, ink pens. It's a cherry wood bowl and a little platter. This one here, I turned almost all the way through on that center. So, thank you for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And thank you again for joining me again here on Poor Man's Way. Alright guys, if you could, please in the comments, if you have questions, things you'd like me to elaborate on further, give you more detail. I want to give you enough detail that you could do this yourself, but yet at the same time, I don't want to bore you. So please, in the comments, let me know what you thought.